Good morning, Nigerians, and a very warm welcome to you to Sobi 101.10. This is a station that exudes excellence all time, all day. Today is Thursday, 14th of May, 2026. The time is 8:30 a.m. It's time for today's review of newspaper headlines and editorial analysis, where we take you through the journey of headlines, the stories, the news, trend issues, topics in all the media platforms in Nigeria and, of course, beyond Nigeria. And many thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Mariam Afolabi, and you're welcome to the of the program, and we have our crew in the studio. I have with me Madam in Kampala, Ayebola Inladi. Is it green? You are representing Nigeria this morning.
Well, I think so. It's always a good one to wear our own at the way, isn't it?
I love it.
Yes, thanks so much, Miriam.
Yeah,
good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine. How has been your week so far? How has Nigerian been?
Honestly, I can't complain for now.
Okay. We have our Thursday analyst returning, Mr. Tajuddin Abi. Morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, dear listeners.
We're glad to have you back on the program.
Thank you.
Okay, to be a part of the program later on, you can call us on 091-2422-1019, 091-2422-1019, or 5189-9241. And please, when you're calling, go straight to the point, no dilly-dallying, and no, insult to any personality or even the government. That's make it civil and contribute, fairly. So let's start our story so that we can have as much as we can talk about this morning. Ayebola, I have a lot to talk about. We have politics, we have the economy, and a whole lot of others. Now, I have this one. Let's start with prices of rams. I have this one that says Idu Kebir, prices of commodities skyrocket as Muslim prepares for celebration. Is that we're seeing different advertisement of people preparing for Salah, and I was asking if you're already feeling the Salah vibe. Anyway, one of the things that make us actually feel the Salah vibe is when you start seeing traders selling rams. It says prices of rams, other commodities skyrocket as Muslim prepares for celebration. I said the prices of rams, foodstuff, and other essential commodities have suddenly skyrocketed for Eid al-Kabir celebration, during which animal sacrifices are performed. In Kaduna State, several markets visited during the survey show that although there were many rams, goats, and chicken for sale, prices had increased beyond expectation. However, the price of these animals differ according to size, and many prospective buyers complain about the hike in price. So I want us to talk about this as regards to the Nigerian economy and as regards to, I don't know what I should call it, our merchants, in Nigeria. Why is it always during festive season? This one is peculiar to Leah, but let's talk about Christmas, Easter, general festive season in Nigeria, and why we always have, as if it's one thing is fixed. The price might not be fixed, but one thing is fixed. There must always be hiking price. Why is it always like that?
Economically, good morning once again, dear listeners.
Welcome.
Economically, when you have a situation where India is higher demands, it tends to have the possibility of an increase in the prices of commodity too, because at that point you have this concept of the higher the demand, the higher the price. Or so to say, when you have shortage of price of a particular commodity, then it tends to have some. So during the festive period, there is that rush from the people to actually want some commodity, and the traders understands that at that point there will be shortage of some of those commodities, and they took advantage of that to actually increase the price, which brings us back to the concept of price control in the country, wherein we do not have a standard operational so to say MD or institution, yes, to actually regulate the prices of this commodity. And again, it's not peculiar to physical commodities alone. You discover some of these things happen to transportation as well when it is that time of the year, especially for those people who are from the eastern part of the country. When they are traveling from some other parts, the transporters understand that it is festive period and they want to get home to their various villages, and so to say they exploit that opportunity and then ensure that they increase the price when it is a layer period. For some of us who come from down the north, especially those who will be coming from Lagos to Ilorin, you discover that there will be a hike in price. This is as a result of the number of people that wanted to ply that route at that particular period of time. I know some of us have have this experience that when you are coming from Lagos to Ilorin during festive period, you will have to struggle your way to get put down here. So it is a product of higher demand, which are later metamorphoses into the increase in the price.
Well, let's talk about this particular one, talking about the prices of ram. From what I read here, it says that even though there are lots of these animals for sale, its price is being high. And if you've noticed, if you've been observant over the years, few days to the Eid, of course the prices will be high and all that. But then you notice that immediately after the Eid or 2 days after, you will still see some of this, and then the price will go down. So it's not like it's not available.
Yeah,
they're just taking advantage of.
When I say demand, it doesn't actually mean that it is about availability. It is about importance as well. Okay, during festive period, it is understandable that the Muslims wanted to kill that ram for a real purpose. And then so they knew that irrespective of how much they call the price, people will still want to buy it because it is part of their own religious right. It is important to them as such. Since it is important to them, irrespective of the prices, they will still struggle to meet up with those prices. That's the reason why it's like I said, it's not a good thing. Even religious-wise, Islamically, it's not a good thing. Socially, it is equally not a good thing. But it is what it is: business, economy. So a lot of people take advantage of some of this opportunity to actually get more profit out of what they are selling. But like I said, it is what it is. The demand, the importance attached to it, and then that's why we're having some of these issues.
All right, thank you so much. Well, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have this here. Says 33.8 billion naira fraud caught jails ex-power minister Mamman for 75 years. Though in absentia, and of course as instituted by the EFCC. While on the other hand, again, on another 500 billion naira fraud as a probe, though EFCC also detains Energy Commission DG. That's in person of Mustafa Abdullah. Also over alleged money laundering, offenses. Now, as regards this money laundering, you hear probes here and there, rather than probing, and even though we know that, the jailing is also a penalty, and also I still want to dare to say, even rather than penalty, are there no precautionary mode? Because this money is, if they are gone, they're gone. It's not useful to us, one way or the other in the nation. So what do you want to say to this kind of thing, especially as regards precaution?
Like I used to say, Nigeria, we are more of a reactive people than proactive people. We rather react to situations than looking at the way by which we would prevent some of those situations from coming up. Government have been coming in, going back with the promises of closing some of these loopholes that people exploit to perpetrate some of the acts. But unfortunately, as one government is going, the other government is coming in. You have revelations that will make you want to look at the situation of the country and say, I'm giving up. Look at this Mama Saleh. This guy served under a president that is generally accepted as a non-corrupt personality. But you have seen revelations from people who served under him, from Malami to Mama Saleh, yes, to the former Minister of Social Development, later this Minister of Economy, this Ajia from the north.
Are you talking about Sadiya Farouk?
So you have a whole lot of people under the incorruptible president having some of these huge. So it's not actually about whether there exist these corrupt practices. It is about what government is doing to actually protect the sanctity of the government and ensure that, yes, and ensure that
let's go for this commercial. When we come back, we'll continue from there.
So this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? We are spell celery.
SELARIE. Celery.
Bros, you want turn into salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
TURMERIC.
Chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
You don't ready to win? Make me not over 50.
Price prizes. Just buy any Coke wey get glass or plastic bottle. Scan the QR code for the cover of the glass bottle or for the label of the plastic one. Then check the code when they under the cover for your chance to become millionaire and win better prizes. Buy, scan, find, win. T's and C's apply.
I'm in love.
I'm in love. Oh. Sonia tomato sachet. Yes, it's true. I love Sonia tomato sachet. The color is so red, so thick, so tasty. When I use it for my stew, jollof or spaghetti, the color shines brighter and food becomes tastier. Sonia tomato sachet makes meals delicious.
Kí ló ń sún ọkọ ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéjì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá jẹ́ kí o fún oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Óyá, jẹ́ fún ẹgbọ́n ọṣẹ àbùfọ̀ Good Mama tuntun ló mú ìmọ́tóní ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ wá pẹ̀lú ìgbélárugẹ òórùn dídùn fún ìsọdọ̀tun sí i. Gbogbo èyí ló wà nínú ìdí tuntun tí a ṣe fún ìgbélékè rẹ̀. Dánwò lónìí. Good Mama, the washing is fast. Good Mama, my fabric is belly. Good Mama, express cleaning. Good Mama, my reason to smile. Tó fi jẹ́ Good Mama, mímọ́ tóní lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, ìsọdọ̀tun sí i.
When I'm hungry and I need a quick meal, something creamy and tasty. Kibo Gary mix is just all I need. Kibo Gary mix just the way I like it. Creamer and sugar, just the way I like it. Kibo Gary soaking made easy. Enjoy at school, home or work.
Kivo 3-in-1 Gary Mix. Just add water and enjoy. Kivo Gary Mix.
Why are you still paying 1,250 naira per liter when your neighbor paid 450 naira per SCM?
Stop losing money. The CNG movement is here. It's safe, it's verified, and it's smarter.
Conversion, no problem. With MoneyPoint NCGC and Credit Corp, you can convert out and pay small while you save big on fuel.
CNG, cleaner,
affordable, driving Nigeria forward.
Visit any PICNG accredited conversion centers today or visit www.pci.gov.ng.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. First with the news.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials with analysis were always first. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. It's been a Thursday edition with Mariam Afolabi, Ayola Ayinla Aliu, and Mr. Comrade Tajuddin Aviv. Let's continue our conversation talking about corruption and what our government, the steps our government are putting in place to ensure that we're free of officials that are corrupt.
So, like I was saying, it's not about sometimes it is not about the government steps. Like I started with Mama. He served under former President Muhammadu Buhari. A government that is what we call treasury single account, wherein all the government's money are put into one single account just to prevent this act of corruption. And what do we have at the end of the day? We have a situation where 33 billion was traced. This is not just an allegation, this is a proven allegation by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. It was confirmed that some of this money were diverted to his personal account. Money meant for generating energy for the country, wherein we are suffering about power generation in the country. It was meant for Mambila Power Plant, and this man actually siphoned some of this money into his own personal life and account to sponsor his own lifestyle. So unfortunately, the government are not trying to prevent some of these issues. It is our mindset as a Nigerian needs to change, because even as of today, as I'm sitting down here, the moment they announced me for a particular position in government today, you see my family members, friends, and every other people that knew me calling and saying, it is our time to actually
to get the national cake.
To get the national cake. And that and if you refuse to do it, you become a bad person. You become somebody that will be talked down in the society. So it is about us trying to reorientate ourselves about our national values, about the services, what is expected of a public civil servant, so that will not be aside that too. Some of these people are greedy in nature, because a lot of them piled up money that it's for them. It is something that they didn't need. Yet they will still want to keep it.
Talk about piling up money. Why is it that when some of these ex-government officials are prosecuted and probably found guilty, and especially when it has to do with crime of embezzling of money, why is it that the other time you made mention of Mambila Power Project, why can't we just have gotten this money? Let's divert it to the project that was supposedly meant for before it was being embezzled.
That's the point now. It is not that the government is not channeling this money into Mambila. Mamman Saleh is the Minister of Energy. The government wanted to generate more electricity for the country. They have a plan, they have a policy towards that. They need to fund that project, and they can only fund that project because that project was prepared from that ministry. So they need to fund that project through that ministry. That's exactly where some of these practices are coming from. So these people actually will present a budget to the government. It will be sanction some of these projects to be carried out, instead of put effort to actually see to the implementation of some of these budgets. People started with responsibility to look at to overlook this budget, then look for opportunity to actually take part of the fund meant for it, and continue to say the fund is not enough for the project. So it's about their own greed. It is about the national value, like from the beginning, because the moment they come to power, they understand that one of the things that can give them respect and honor is that they need to have that money and share money among the people. And that's why a lot of them want to have that money, even because of poverty, so that when they leave office, they still want to live at that level that they have been living while they are in office, and they need that fund, they need that money, and they will go any length to ensure that they have that fund available for them at the end of the day.
You say, what is it about this power energy sector that we have this much corruption and allegation of corruption coming out from them?
Like security, power energy has been one of the major problems of the country. We say that if we want to drive our economy, really drive the economy, we need this power, we need this energy, and it is a global standard. It is an expectation that we need to have that energy to be able to speed up our industrialization. As such, government fund this sector fully. They try as much as they can to make sure that they there, so that they can be able to get the result that they needed. Every government that has come in, you remember the is it $12 billion, $13 billion of regime that Buhari used to talk about. Buhari spent a lot of money in that sector too, that if you look at the account, you see up to that level as well. So it is because it is an important sector as a driver of the economy, just like the security. Today, the government spends a whole lot of money in security as well. So when such situation arises, it gives people the opportunity to actually look at that sector and continue to ensure that the money spent there are to their own advantage. That's what is happening. So because they knew that irrespective, the government will still put money in that sector, then they take advantage of the continuous funding.
So then it became a gold mine.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's move on to politics. This one says 2027 presidency quest for this one-term promise. I look at the story. It says presidential advisor on information strategy Bayo Onanuga has questioned the credibility of former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's promise to serve only one term if elected president. Onanuga referenced Obi's political history, alleging that the former Anambra had previously pledged loyalty to the All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA before leaving. So let's talk about this. I mean, Obi has not been is not the only politician that has pledged single term, or even sometimes say to power, and then they will come back and say, oh, because of widely consultation. But it seems Obi this particular time keeps reiterating this point. And I don't know, what's your own reaction to this? Do you believe that whatever mission he claims he has for Nigeria, he can achieve it? Can Nigeria actually can deliver his promise and just stay for one single
I
term?
think I have continued to say this, and I'll continue to say it. I think Obi does not understand how enormous challenges in Nigeria, substance and value in whatever he's saying. There is one of our barrister lawyer, Barrister Larry Abdul. Yesterday or day before yesterday, we were having a heated argument on the WhatsApp platform, and he said something that actually it suffices for this situation. He said a promise of a one-time is like a man telling a woman that go into my room, I will not do anything. That's
Okay.
just to have what he wanted.
So they'll be tempted
So it is actually very, very unachievable. Somebody would be a Nigerian president and would say I will do one time. Because
unless if he's not related.
yeah, yes, that's just the point. Because let me give you an example. The incumbent president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while he was campaigning, he said something, a catchy word that is still sticking with Nigerians today. And when you see engagement on social media, people still reference this engagement. He said that if he cannot do energy, if he cannot give you light within 4 years, don't vote for me again. He said that authoritatively. But today, has the president been able to deliver on this energy? The answer is no. And he will want to deliver because it's a promise that he made. So in 4 years, he couldn't deliver it. He will want to continue so that he can deliver on that. And that's exactly the situation of leadership. Because when you get in there, you have your own idea of what you wanted to achieve. Within that 4 years, if you are not able to achieve, you will still be testing of trying to achieve that thing. And that's exactly the reason why people decide to say, I have not finished my job. Let me just try again and see if I will be able to achieve exactly what I set out to achieve. So I don't believe Obi understands. That's one of my problems with his campaign. I don't believe he understands exactly how enormous the Nigerian challenges are. People have experienced Nigerian before, tried to do some certain things in Nigeria they are not able to do. Not to talk of somebody who is a former governor of Anambra State that doesn't understand exactly what is happening within the circle of the federal government. So I think Obi needs to see exactly where the issues are, and for him to be able to know how long will it take him to actually achieve exactly what he wants to achieve in government.
Okay.
All right, so we have another one here that says that presidential fleet operations go up 4.2 billion naira in 6 months. And this is according to a report on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Now, we all know that when his predecessor was around, and he actually did say he wasn't going to be spending or keeping so much fleet and all of that. We know how that went. And now with this administration, we are talking about a humongous amount of 4.24 billion naira. And we have a lot of debts and all of that. How does this all balance, whatever it is they are putting out there for us verbally as regards them, feeling our pain and every other thing?
That's the best way to tell the followers that they should endure the hardship. They continue to live a kind of life that tells the followers that this is not actually what is obtainable in government. So it is this loophole that gives the citizen that mindset of not trusting the leaders and power. If you are saying that the leader